It was dusk when it descended on the neighborhood, with long shadows on the cobblestone streets. Officer Smith patrolled through his accustomed route. The hum of the city was not disrupted, except for the slight rustle of leaves by the evening breeze. Then his eyes settled on a figure on the sidewalk, a small girl, 7 or 8, knees pulled into her chest. Her tear-stained face was framed by tousled hair, and her large, sorrowful eyes darted nervously in search of solace. Smith crouched to her level, his voice calm and reassuring. "Are you all right, sweetheart?" he asked softly. She didn't respond immediately, but her lips trembled as she whispered 3 haunting words. "Please save me." Those words sent a shiver down his spine. Without hesitation, Smith called his colleague, Officer Lisa, who had been canvassing the area for any signs of the girl's guardians. Lisa arrived swiftly, her expression a mix of concern and determination. Smith explained the situation, his tone grave. Together, they knew that time was of the essence. Before going any further, Smith took a quick photo of the girl with his cell phone and forwarded it to the precinct. The photo was distributed to officers all over the city to help identify her or her family. Time was passing, and then an elderly woman slowly came forward, her eyes widening as she recognized the child. "This poor girl," the woman whispered, her tone sorrowful. "She's an orphan. Nobody takes care of her." Smith and Lisa shared a concerned glance. Their first priority was the girl's safety. They would walk her to the station, where they could open a thorough investigation. "Let's not say anything for now," Smith said as they walked, pondering how best to tackle the situation. "We will publish her photo in all stations within the city, so that maybe her past can surface, or perhaps an aunt or another relative will recognize her." Calls began pouring in, each one a glimmer of hope. But with every call, disappointment crept in. None led to any real answers. Just when they were about to feel utterly hopeless, a call from one of the affluent suburbs came in. The voice on the other end was cryptic and urgent. Smith and Lisa, intrigued and uneasy, left for the address immediately. As soon as they arrived, the girl's demeanor changed. Her eyes widened, and her small hand clutched Lisa's sleeve. She stared at a grand mansion on the corner, her expression a mix of fear and recognition. "There's something here," Lisa murmured, picking up on the girl's unease. Smith nodded. They approached the great front door, which was answered by a man in his mid-40s. Irritated, his sharp tone was dismissive, only increasing their suspicions. He denied any knowledge of the girl and seemed eager for them to leave. "She must be mistaken," he said brusquely, feigning anger. "I have no connection to this child." But as they stepped inside, the girl's actions spoke for themselves. She stiffened, glancing toward certain rooms whose secrets seemed too terrible to utter. Smith and Lisa exchanged a look of unspoken resolve. Something was seriously wrong. Under the guise of routine questioning, the officers dug deeper, their eyes scanning the mansion's lavish interiors for clues. The man's composure began to crack under their scrutiny. Then the girl broke her silence. In a trembling voice, she said, "There are others. Let me take you to the closet." She searched through the man's possessions, looking under the couch and around the room. The weight of her words was palpable. Smith's jaw clenched, and Lisa's eyes hardened with determination. They couldn't turn back now. The man was detained on suspicion of committing a crime, and backup was called to secure the premises. When more officers arrived, they conducted a thorough search of the mansion. Their investigation led them to the basement, where a hidden door had been painted over. Behind it lay a dark, musty room. Inside, they found another child, frail and shivering, his face etched with fear. The grim reality of the situation unfolded before their eyes. The children had been exploited, their innocence stolen for financial gain. The mansion's opulence had been built on a foundation of unimaginable suffering. The owner was arrested on charges of child exploitation. His defiance was replaced by silence as he was escorted away. News of the crime spread quickly through the town. Outrage and sympathy flooded the community. Angry neighbors gathered at the precinct, demanding justice and vowing to help the rescued children. Smith and Lisa watched the scene unfold with heavy hearts but also a sense of fulfillment. Their efforts had uncovered a heinous crime and ensured that the victims would no longer endure such torment. The children were placed with compassionate foster families, beginning their journey toward healing. Child welfare agencies provided counseling and resources to help rebuild their shattered trust. For Smith and Lisa, the case was a reminder that darkness could lurk beneath the surface of even the most beautiful neighborhoods. But it also reinforced their commitment to their duty. They knew their work was far from over. For every child saved, countless others remained at risk. As they continued their patrol, the whispered plea of the girl remained in their minds. It was a poignant call to action, a testament to the power of vigilance and compassion. And while they could not rewrite the past, they vowed to shape a future where such tragedies would become increasingly rare. The streets were a little quieter that evening, the air filled with resolution. Smith and Lisa exchanged a nod, unspoken words passing between them. Together they would continue fighting for those who could not fight for themselves. The shadows of despair had met with the light of hope. Thank you for watching this thrilling story of courage and justice. If you like this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We have many more inspiring stories waiting to be shared. Until next time, stay vigilant and stay kind.